back inside the Now Morning Show as we continue to celebrate International Men's Day. I have a gentleman on set who I've known since he was a boy before he became a man, but he's here with us this morning as a man. Braveboy.
My brother.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Good morning. Happy International Men's Day.
And same to you.
Yes.
You know, before we get into the conversation that you come here to have, which is about the song really,
All right.
I wanted to find out from you in terms of being a man in today's society. What would you say are some of the biggest challenges to your manhood or your manliness?
For sure, the biggest challenge is just the traditional stereotype of what is a man. And I think that growing up, especially as a young black man, it's like you have to figure out yourself from a young age. You have all these influences from us growing up with MTV, BET, plus local Jamaican, the Jamaican stereotypes, what to do, what bad man does do, what bad man don't do. Plus, you know, have the social media influence. So it's like all these influences coming at you on a daily basis, you know, and you have to kind of break some of the toxic masculinity from the past. And
Sound like real pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, but as the gentleman said before, us as men, we play an important part in society. So, you know, no matter what, we're here to provide, we're here to protect, but we're also here to inspire, amongst other things.
How do you navigate all those external influences trying to steer you down whatever path they're trying to steer you down and maintain your own path?
Honestly, I always had to shout out my dad, you know, like I think I had a very positive male role model. So sometimes when I decided to make some mistakes, his words sit with me still. Yeah. So I big up daddy. Rest in peace, daddy, and big up to daddy.
And even though I know he passed recently, and even though he's gone, those words still resonate with you.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you're about to do something wrong, you feel,
no, but you see, I ask because that part is so important, right? People take it for granted. You know, they might say, well, I'm talking to him and he ain't listening. But at the moment when it needs to kick in, somehow it is just kick in.
I will just share a quick story.
Go ahead.
To this day, I've never smoked a cigarette because my dad, for different reasons, told me from a very young age the disadvantages of smoking. And I always hear that in my mind. So anytime anybody has ever offered me one, never. I've never smoked a cigarette.
Good on you,
sir.
Yeah, cameraman going,
That's just me, you know.
All right. If you had to give advice to young men in society, and not specifically about smoking, but generally advice on how to navigate these influences, what advice would you give them? Those who may not have that strong male mentor in their life.
I think the best way for me, especially towards men's views and men's relationships with women, I think it's important to think this could be your mother, this could be your sister, this could be your daughter. And I think starting there is important because I hate to see men disrespecting women. You know, that's something since I've never seen my father disrespect my mother. And I have big shoes to fill.
Right.
And so that's important. So I think it's to understand, especially a woman's perspective, because I think that's one of the biggest issues with men. And then not everything is about being tough and being, like we grew up with a lot of, we come from Clash and we come from musical influences that made us feel.
And bravado.
Bravado, right?
Yeah.
To be a man, you have to be a gallus. To be a man, you have to walk tough and, and
nobody can romp with you.
Yeah, no, I just think, just like there are different sides of women, there are different sides of men. And I think, I have this song, Big Man Don't Cry, shameless plug, but I think it's important for men to share their emotions, express themselves. And I think for a lot of things, from the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago and globally, just war generally is based on men not being able to express their emotions. So for me, that's aside from the relationship between the two genders, I believe that men and emotions is a very important one.
And we touched on that a little bit this morning in our first conversation as well, in terms of being willing to be vulnerable as a man. And it doesn't make you any weaker. It doesn't make you any less of a man. And you, as an artist, you've been able to do that in your music. I remember one of your earlier releases, Lyrical Apology, where you kind of lay it down on the line and you was like, sorry for all the things that I do wrong, for all the things that I may have done that I didn't understand I was doing wrong.
Correct.
Do you see it as important for our musicians here in Trinidad and Tobago to be able to show that side of them?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I believe that So I love soca music. I'm here to present a soca song. But I would like to see different emotions within soca because life is not just about being happy, right? And I think that we are very happy people. But there are also so many different things happening in Trinidad that are not happy.
Right.
And I think that the other genres tend to reflect that more.
Is there space for it in the carnival? Is there space for sadness in the carnival?
I always think of Kimber Sazano,
right.
Over You. I think of Irfan Alves. I think of there's certain artists who have songs with, there's the most popular soca song right now.
Oh, the Booyah song.
Right?
Yeah.
So
but those things are nice to banker. Everybody just feels to banker. Like right. Carnival always make room for Tabanka because rum and Tabanka just go together.
It's a start.
No, man.
At least it's a start in terms of emotions.
It's not a start. We've been there.
It's a start.
I just played a song from Marshall Montano called Be Yourself, where he was singing to his children.
Like that song.
There are so many songs like that that don't get the time or space. They don't ever become popular because it's too emotional. People aren't ready for them kind of emotions. And it's been happening in our society for a long time.
Yeah, no, it is tricky. And I think, but I just feel like we like dancehall. And dancehall able to express that. We love Vibes Cartel. Woolboss is free right now, and Woolboss has so many different topics in his music. That's one thing. That's why I'm a Vibes Cartel fan, just because he's so diverse. So we could do it because we like the music, so why we don't like it from our own?
That is the $1 million question that we need to be asking. All right, so speaking about the music, here to drop a brand new one.
Brand new song.
Soca from Braveboy called Carnival Connection.
Surprise.
Very surprised. Tell me about it.
All right, so this is my latest release called Carnival Connection. And as you know, I've been dabbling within the international market. And I've been trying to figure out, we've worked on soca together, right? So this is my boy from a long time.
We work on Kaiso.
We work on Kaiso, kind of thing. And I think I always try to figure out what is my space in soca. Anytime I did a soca, it was different. From 15 years old, 16 years old, Breathless Crew.
Right.
It was hip hop and Juve. And it was my first soca song was a drum and bass song, which is, let me get a flex now. Right? And I think I just felt like I never fit in.
Right.
But then after starting to work and do music for the Zumba market, I realized that there's a lot of similarities in terms of what producers had me doing and soca music. So I started dabbling with soca over the past few years. And soca I was singing it, but just in a different way. And I decided to bring that home. I finally found a way to bring my international experience home, especially within soca music.
And what is this song? And the song is a collaboration with you and 2 Venezuelan artists?
Yes, produced by a Venezuelan,
right?
Joelmi, and featuring 2 Venezuelan artists, Lexo and Abel.
How did you link up with them?
Through the internet. As DM boss, right? No, funny enough, actually, Joelmi and his friend Cedric reached out to me because, I have a name in EDM. Right. So they see me as a big artist in EDM.
Right.
And they reached out to me to do an EDM song. And after a while, I love EDM, but I felt it wasn't really allowing me to develop myself as an artist and represent myself fully as an artist. So I was like, hey, I'll do the EDM song, but you could do reggaeton. And we battled.
Okay.
And that was the song Pronto. And from there, I used that song as a business card to network in the Latin market.
Yeah.
And then that ended up being me getting a song signed to Zumba. And here we are now. So you had to give us a little taste of it to get to the top of the hour, yeah? Of course. All
right, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage each and every one of you to go out there and make a difference today now, because together we aspire, and if together we perspire, then together we most definitely can achieve. On behalf of Ayinka Will, Natasha Lake, and the entire team here at TTT, I want to wish you a happy International Men's Day. I'm Ruckus. Enjoy the rest of the day. Please be safe whatever you're doing. And this morning we present to you a piece of the brand new one, Carnival Connection, featuring Braveboy, Lexo, and Abel to take us to the top of the hour. Let's go.
Yeah. This one is called Carnival Connection. Trinidad y Tobago, Venezuela. Yeah. Love at first sight, saw you in a fit. With a waist like that, girl, I can't forget. You push it back and whine on me slow. I hold my head and waist start to throw. Your friend and them was ready to go. You push back the waist and whine start to flow. The music pumping, the thing done set. For a while like this, I have no regrets. I wait so long for this time of year. Now it's my time, I really don't care. I'm brave, so I live my life without fear. Girl, you give me wine of the air, yo. I feel a connection, baby. Every time you wine with me, feel like I'm in heaven, baby. Every time you dance with me like Carnival. Why? Like Carnival. Wave like Carnival. Jump like Carnival, yeah. Jumping in your section, baby. All I need is you and me. Feel like it's Carnival morning. Every time you wine with me, dance
like Carnival.